Welcome everyone to another maybe not so fun open source live stream. Yesterday, I think it was, we have seen there's a zlib regression and we constantly update here stuff, open source packages, and of course it break. And I have to wonder, after 20 years, it's probably the first time in 20 years that freaking zlib breaks. Maybe it's as simple as using Manson or CMake or whatever and some other random stuff happening. But fact, case in point is, you update stuff, it breaks, and how something as simple as zlib of all things can break with that. Let's take a look. I have no idea. I was not even lazy. That's why I did not freaking prepare more. I actually spent probably an hour of last night, probably like 10:30 to 11:30 or something of that sort, and updated gazillion of actually we could get. So if you want the latest and greatest stuff, as usual you find this in T2, our raw Linux distribution. Wow, is that data just updated? What is it just now? Also a little more stuff. Hey, fun config. Speaking of which, right, our data bot, right? We have here some AI working for us. Apparently free time. Is it such many freaking updates? What the heck? Anyway, amazing stuff. I hope it works. Unlike the zlib update, which data also update. I wonder why data committed that though. We can actually check that zlib. So yeah, I spent yesterday. Yeah, so data didn't had a untested mark there, so it must have built. The more I wonder why this. Also, actually, it could simply be that it was it before our generic? No, this was just recently. This cannot be before our generic CMake support stuff. Anyway, let's div that stuff. What happens there precisely? It's a little bit strange for a simple C library as that. Log 0 of that. So yeah, I have no idea what they free. I mean, it could be as. I mean, they use CC shared there, but CC unless do have this. No, this is G. I mean, they use CC for link. That's a little bit. Although actually, wait a second, we use CC for link. Anyway, what do we use? So we still build with make. So far, so good. So actually, that is funny. It has a configure now. Maybe it didn't have to configure in the past. Anyway, let's diff the whole stuff. And that is a crazy stuff. Actually, wait a second. Do they build this twice? What? They built this twice? Look at this. They built this. Wow, they have special provisioning apparently by the looks of this log. That they built this static optimized and position independent code. That is an interesting thing. Okay, that is probably new. I think you could probably link the same stuff in a static library and have like a percent or less performance impact for locations. Let's see, what special stuff do we do? Oh no, wait a second, I take this back. It had a configure script before we actually freaking run it. Okay. So yeah, and that is a crazy stuff, right? Recurring theme here, the only constant is change and pointless regressions. Why they had touched zlib? It's probably new. I think I read once new maintainers took this over, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then those people are like, yeah, we need to, like 20 years of stability, we need to touch everything and clean stuff up and of course break it, because breakage. We have here 11. Let's div that and get an overview. So I usually just throw it through div urn zlib, all of that good stuff. And so changes. Did we even read this recently? So I mean, they have actually quite some changes. So the first release since 2017, so that would be like 5 years of changes. So no, it's quite some stuff though. So much for not touching CRC, local functional view, CC masquerading. What? Check for CC masquerading for GCC and Clang. Yeah. So unset work path for gigs, replace block white with allow block. What? Minisip, cipc. ARM version 8. CRC. So yeah, a little bit more change. Wait a second. Did we... Actually, they touched here some old change. Look for punctuation. Can't mix this up. That is funny to go through all old changelog and touch up this stuff there. Yeah, code review, isn't it amazing? Maybe we should diff stat this. Did I diff stat this already? They even freaking have a PDF. So everything a little bit. 86 files, 12,000 insertions, 7, nearly 8,000 deletions. So net 4K approximately, somewhat. Yeah, so thank you very much. That is of course exactly one. So yeah, they over 5 years touched up there quite some spacing. That is always amazing. This is why I personally don't touch spacing the most, because history, it's like, yeah. I mean, I had some significant T2 cleanups recently. So they renamed last lit to sim next or something. At least that is what's, unless it has another different meaning. Reviewing 5 years of code changes. It wouldn't surprise me if there is some security related stuff in there. So we probably want this update ASAP. Here, code const. Funny variable names that sound German. Unless it's something different. What do we have here? So they changed gset put s from string to s. I mean, why? These are this kind of changes. It's also, this is still old school C declaration. And what is this K and K? What is it called? Cunningham and Ritchie, K and RC. Yeah. I think this is, was called, why does, right, this is obviously April the 1st. Thank you very much for making the website. Also, yeah, web effects, right? Filters, thank you very much. Filter stack 4, you had me at, yeah, people spending their time with, can't make this stuff up. Whatever, but yeah, they changed freaking name from string to S, but keep K and R style declarations to support whatever DOS system from 1987 or so. Okay, in the first glance, I mean, this is a little bit too, yeah, I mean, basically touch changes all over the place. It's a little bit, this is a little bit, yeah, actually, it's way more than I thought, to be honest. I thought it's like, yeah, YOLO, whatever, like a dozen of changes and some renames. This are probably CRC. If you're wondering what are those constant stuff, it's most likely CRC32 stuff. By 4, and so yeah, CRC, yes, it's CRC tables of 256. Yeah, I'm actually shocked how much changed in 5 years. And this is also release early, release often right now. They have 5,000 changes of net changes, and now it's broken in some way. So yeah, that is a little bit, nah. Wait a second, for assembly. What assembly do they have there? Deleting some assembly optimization or something off. This is also exactly why I don't want to assembly optimize this stuff, right? Because readability. Hand-tuned assembly version of, yeah, thank you very much. Did they probably delete this as who, or? Yeah, I think that looks deleted. pro tip, in 2022 you don't want to hand optimize stuff like that anymore. That is a total pointless waste of time. Yeah, that is crazy. So actually we scrolled through that. So far so good. So the main changes should be makefile. Actually, maybe let's check configure. Yeah, there's even ignored assembly routines for years, believing that GCC generated code had caught up. GCC 295 from 25 years ago. Yeah, there is it. Okay, configure. Here's some configure AC. What did they change there? Surprisingly not the most. What else would we makefile? Here's some makefile minisip. Here is some, did they significantly change? They did not even significantly change the makefile. Expected that they rewrote the whole makefile stuff for pick versus non-pick handling. But that is apparently also not the case. That is crazy. Also here's a makefile GCC though. The DA, this is SMV Zimber or something. Okay, this is not the most conclusive. Let's maybe quickly, this was 112 I think, right? What happens if we configure first? Thank you very much. Okay, that builds though. Interesting. There's also have hidden. Maybe this, I mean, it looked somewhat like this hidden stuff might be. Okay, let's debug. So it's so much to getting an overview. Sometimes, I mean, I always say don't randomly poke around so I get some overview. So for the overview, didn't help the most. But you never know, right? Sometimes you look at the stuff like you obviously see some issues. So this bootstrap here is not even doing something particularly special. So this is running. How did it run that? Okay, configure shared. Okay, I didn't run shared though. Actually, you know what? Maybe shared is the issue. Let's download mirror set. Yeah, of all things, after 25 years, I did not expect that I ever need to debug. Oops, also best was a typo. Okay, that's still built. So, what else do we have there? Shared prefix, yada yada, something size t, seek, whether to use return value of. So far so good. Do they? This is so bizarre. So what fails? It fails with. Okay, this is relocations. So it tries. So the problem is. Actually, we could. Actually, maybe it is simply maybe we YOLO something of fpic work. Maybe. Okay, this was building with fpic work of zlib fpic. Maybe that is already the issue though. Maybe now linking fpic stuff in a static library. No, that was still not it. But good that we checked, nothing like debugging this for hours and then it was our issue. I mean, it could still be our issue, but it was building before. Let's maybe eval make obj1. Okay, so this cannot be used. Although it could actually be, you know what it could be? It could also be LTO. But it did LTO before. Maybe some of the special building. Let's see, maybe they mix either LTO. No, LTO is also not. But yeah, first ruling some major stuff out. But it's crazy, right? I mean, see, they totally got that. And in this day and age, still even spending time on this stuff. So we don't have LTO in there. No, we don't. That is really bizarre. Still bizarre. Large file, something, something. So which of those? So that should be, okay, it's using CC shared. So it's doing shared as O. It's using the LO files. So they should have, I mean, it looks like relocation against root, okay, making shared object recompile with. So maybe they, I mean, we had fpic work in there though. Why do they not build with fpic? They have here only one fpic. So they have here CC. Why does, I think it's also not ideal. I mean, first we need to get the stuff to build. I only wonder why. What does that even did in the comment set? Why does it build? Okay, here it has, here it's building with fpic. Okay, here it's not building with fpic. Why does it not use fpic? This is, okay, here's some picture using GCC. Test GCC, why does it have, there's, actually, okay, there's, maybe check for GCC versus CC and set compile link flags based on, this is so completely low text, this is of course not ideal. Probably, maybe it's simply because we do CC equals GCC. Maybe that is simply the breakage. It's a configure log. I mean, I think it's config log. No, it's actually, it's outputting here test stuff using GCC. So maybe that should not be the issue. But yeah, YOLO in your own configure script, right? Pro tip, total pro tip. Shared library support, shared, build shared library. Does it have here some pick thing somewhere? Pick object. Yeah, why use still not stuff, right? The recurring theme here, right? Of course you need to do it yourself to break it. Fpic. So I mean, it should be here, so it should actually be sflex fpic, right? Does it have more using GCC? No, this is one. So it should be here. It should be with sflex with fpic. And the way does it build with just running make? No, this also doesn't have fpic. Okay, somehow when we built it in this new sandbox, it does, even if we manually configure, I mean, it has dpic, but not fpic. That probably is the issue. But why is it not there? Debugging others people, crappy configure and make files. What a fun to be alive. I mean, it's hilarious that, why would they have fpic hard coded there and nowhere else? One day I define an alias for that. Here's sflex. So actually it should actually be really in the makefile. Look at that. So if we manually do that, it has sflex fpic. Why does it not have that when we do that here? It really doesn't have that here. Bizarre. Why would that be? It's outputting that here. Why would it not use that? It should be in... Can't make these problems up. I mean, it's clearly there in ... ellipsis using GCC. At least it's outputting that. And using GCC only occurs once here. So why does it not freaking... Or does it clear that again? As flags. I mean, this is also so hilarious of manual M64. It's... What do... I mean, basically, if they would... I mean, okay, to be fair, you don't have... I mean, yeah. But I mean, you would normally not build M64. This is, of course, a compiler default. How would... So, I mean, it's in this conditional. Why does it not set as flex to fpic? Does it... Okay, here's... Okay, you know what? Does it do some strange stuff with uname? Maybe it clears that here. That would be... I mean, we wrap new name, maybe. Does it reset stuff here? Maybe we simply run this with extras. 2022, you need to run freaking handwritten configure stuff with extras. Configure. Okay, that was not really how I wanted that. How is that even possible? So it's not setting as flex O. Okay, it is in this uname thing here. So actually, wait a second. Why is here? This is bizarre. Echo using GCC. I mean, but how much time you need to spend on this stuff, right? I mean, I can understand. I'm also. I mean, people. It's so funny. People comment on YouTube. We are a Rust shill. In this, for example, Linus Torvalds and Rust and stuff. There, of course, I have some opinion. And it's like on YouTube, hey, you're a Rust shill. It's like, yeah, I'm not even the greatest fan of Rust, especially not this cargo stuff. But I mean, I get where this cargo people, as much as I don't even like it, right? But I mean, at least it's some standard to build this stuff on C. Yes, I grew up with stuff with 25 years, quarter of, century. So a crazy long time. But yes, I also don't like it, right? And so much time waste. I mean, I look on how much time you need to waste with this stuff. But so the crazy thing is, why is... Okay, is test set. Why is it not... was it using GCC? Why does it not... This is so bizarre. We are in here or not? And yet it is not... How is that not... This should... I don't understand. GCC... Oh, wait a second. Huh? GCC equals 0? Echo using GCC? What? If test GCC equals 1... I don't get it. How can... Huh? How can it output using GCC if test GCC equals 1 and how are we? Yeah. How are we echoing using GCC if... Wait a second, here's... wait. Huh? Test 0 equals 1. CC equals GCC? GCC... Huh? Should this... Okay, it... portable shell scripts you had me at. I mean, it's... I'm puzzled in my... I think I need stronger coffee. You can't make this stuff up. What am I missing? Where's the audience? Where are the clever comments? I mean, the thing, okay, I mean, they treat GCC, I mean, basically, whatever we build with GCC or Clang is, I mean, this is hilarious, right? I mean, what has GCC and Clang? I mean, you could also build it with TCC or PCC or NW? CC? And you would still have the same linking flex. But I mostly wonder how we end up printing using GCC when we are not. Alexander B asks, there are going to be further rebuilds down the line, libpng stuff getting zlib itself patched. What do you mean? This is only the first step, getting zlib itself patched. I mean, usually the API, they shouldn't have changed much, right? Not really sure. But I do a complete full sandbox rebuild anyway before release, but not entirely getting new commit. Means the other stuff should just build and still link, preferably dynamically. Some version. Yeah, I mean, so the whole fpic build here is missing. I just don't quite. I mean, also it's not. How is it? I mean, I'm puzzled by a couple of things. I mean, we could just patch that, to be honest. Here, this stupid test is also. Yeah, so I mean, they simply. Wait a second. I mean, it should. What do we have with cc-v? It is outputting GCC among other stuff. Why does this is also insane? What is here in the extras? But it's really insane that I need to spend my time with it, to be honest. So where are those tests here? Cat tests, cflex 03, where is even... Okay, this is probably initialization. Where is casing this? Try GCC. I mean, it's even building here. This is complete bizarre. This is really a configure script from hell. Yeah. It's crazy that so much stuff is... I mean, we use zlib everywhere, right? And this build stuff here is so archaic. I mean, that's the question, right? Was stuff better in the past? I mean, at least it built. Wait a second. How did this even build? Okay, maybe... Did they patch the changelog? Changelog the configure. Let's div that again. Or maybe we don't have it here anymore. I'm not even want to say that stuff earlier was better, but at least stuff was working. I don't remember ever spending, like ever in 25 years, spending that much time with freaking zlib. What do we have here? So sanitize. Okay, it was... Oh, wait a second. This stuff is new. If test checking for cross. I mean, some stuff here is new. I mean, you know what? Maybe it's even that stuff here. I mean, theoretically cross. Oh, wait a second. It's... I know what? Test at CCs and checking for cross compiling. GCC. Sanitize for address sanitize. Hmm. Wait, you tell me that they ship this with configure log? Oh no, I run this there, sorry. Maybe this test didn't work before, and that is why we had to add. I mean, we could. I mean, I'm between puzzled what stuff is happening there. Here's also old. I'm between should I spend more time to understand. I mean, sometimes we find actually other real bugs. I mean, the only point of spending more time looking on this old stuff here would be if we find a real other bug. Otherwise, I'm inclined to just patch GCC to 1 because test 0 cflex 03 so here's probably, but why is it, should the X trace not be? Ah, wait a second. Is the CC unset? Here, they have here. Why do they have here -v? That is also funny. That would mean that CC is unset somehow? Because there was like... I mean the CC, why is the CC even GCC? Did we not run this with CC? This is so bizarre stuff. Because here was, here's also capital, here's, where was this for? Here's dollar. So it looks like that one doesn't work. It looks in general that this doesn't work because we have there running -v, to be honest. So why would CC be unset? Compiler or flex. So if test 0 C, wait, is here maybe, you know, here. If test here, does it look like a bug? Yes, this looks like a bug. Unless the this is an initialization bug. Can you mix this stuff up? So this is, I think, unless do they source? So the problem is finding. I think this is an initialization bug. You can't mix this stuff up. There you need a really special kind of expert to manage to. I mean, okay. To be fair, it's not that difficult. Just to use an uninitialized variable in shell. Actually, I take this back. It's actually pretty easy. But I mean, there you see, just looking another 2 minutes and finds the real issue. It's actually a pretty. I mean, if this really is a thing, this is actually a pretty interesting conclusion. I just checked, so we don't patch there something. We actually don't have any patches. So look at that. I think this is here, and maybe I should actually. And this is a thing. I mean, maybe. With sending this upstream, right? The recurring theme, sending this upstream easily costs me 30 minutes, right? Of which I get nothing ever for, which you probably want to share, like subscribe, Patreon, GoFundMe and stuff. But basically, this is uninitialized, right? I should send this upstream if I would like. And that is a problem, right? That people like I sit here all day, fix all kinds of stuff, and at the end of the day, we get nothing from that, right? We need to sell Mac software and make fun YouTube videos to get even some sense. And so for security stuff, people get paid, right? You find a security issue, you might get $10,000 or something of some bug bounty. But if we find bugs in configure scripts, then it's like, yeah, YOLO, whatever, thanks for that. And then they don't even like other patches from me not applied because, yeah, YOLO, whatever. So if a test that 0 there for MTCC, actually, I think this, do we have test for, do we have info for that maybe, or I'm missing, thank you very much. What is the official? This always sounds 0. Let's just fact check. Do we have that here somewhere? Oh, come on. Freaking tests. So it's like 0. I don't. It probably stands for 0 length string or stuff. Just wanted to. Usually we want to fact check something. And then you like Google. You man page search that forever. Don't tell me we skipped this just a sec. Oh wait, was it there? Ah, okay, fine. So then they set CC here, and I mean, how should this even? How does it work? All right, because so checking for cross compile T cross prefix. So only then do they initialize that, right? So what we basically need here is else. Where would it be? Like that, I would say. Did I use fix file? Oh, probably not. All right, that's probably because. Or do they? But even on a closer look, they don't. I mean, they have old CC, or maybe we should check what they use old CC for. But I mean, obviously they use it here, and it's not initialized. Whatever they use old CC for. I mean, they obviously means they test here all the stuff, and then they have here. This is also so crazy. They mix here CC, show CC stuff, and then test GCC. Ah, wait a second. This is they build here with CC. How would this look? Okay, if it's 0, they go in here and either set this to GCC or CC. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Oh, now it builds. No, it has freaking. Wait a second. Does it have? Don't see fpic there. Oh, no, there is fpic. Yeah, no, it works. Freaking uninitialized CC variable. You can't mix this stuff up. And this is even. I expected a lot of stuff. I expected actually, from experience, they just messed up their make files, and that's such a stupid bug. So basically that would mean that zlib is it was wrong download. I expected a lot, but not that it's an initialization super trivial. But yeah, testing, more testing, and test suits, right? 100% test coverage or bug. Zlib, so that would mean it should be reproducible with, do we have clean? With cc equals clang, or let's maybe use gcc, should be the same, right? Configure, and yeah, that is reproducible. So yeah, set cc like you would do for some builds and cross builds. Can't make. I mean, this is crazier than I expected. I expected some messed up makefile, but I did not expect the freaking not initialized. Also, this took so long, right? I mean, even without YouTube, sure, if I wouldn't entertain you and talk you a little bit and stuff, even sitting alone on a couch, I probably would have still wasted 15 minutes. I mean, it took now 40 with some surrounding story and stuff, but I mean, honestly, I'm not really sure how much talking about wasting my time on YouTube. This is hilarious. Yes, this is just sad. Maybe we call it hotfix cc patch. Zlib and zlib hotfix cc. I think we completely wiped the build. Oh, wait a second, let's first build it. And then I think I completely wiped the build. Yeah, that's this build. Let's cross-compile it to RISC-V. The crazy thing is that this bug, I think, it probably means the bug was even there before that, wasn't it? I think we didn't see this. No, but this is the bug was not before there, because what did we miss? Maybe you know what? They had actually, this code is new. They had, how did this work before? Look at this. This is new. Previously, good. I mean, final minute well spent. Look at that. Previously, they unconditionally initialized that to CC, or if not initialized, cross prefix GCC, and they freaking messed this up, right? 2022 people freaking introduce uninitialized variables in their freaking configure scripts, like, and that is why we can't have nice things, right? 45 minutes of my life, again, nearly 40 minutes of my life wasted for such stupidity. Again and again, day after day, for 25 freaking years. And then you wonder why I didn't write my microkernel yet, which I probably should find some commercial sponsors for that. Oh man, this is crazy, crazy, crazy. You can't make this. I have no words. I'm somewhat happy that I spent this extra 20 minutes of... I could have probably somehow clobbered over that. I was like, dude, what's freaking going on there? I can't mix this stuff up. But the sheer amount of stupid in this single bug is crazy. I'm speechless. I'm not often speechless, but wow. Wow. Oh, wait a second. We also want to remove the LTO things here. But the next T2 release will be amazing. Not only tremendous updates all over the place, of all things, so many. I mean, obviously the last 3 years on YouTube we catched up significantly with updates, with corner cases, with new stuff, with Clang, cross-compiling GCC. The list is... Maybe I should, and that is a crazy thing, right? I probably should invest an extra day of PR. I mean, we freaking need to get freaking more PR out of this stuff. Fixed zlib, fixed cross-compiling zlib due on initialized cc configure variable. Fix cross-compiling zlib due on initialized cc configure variable. You can't mix this stuff up. It is hilarious. We have a couple of more updates. Maybe yeah, you probably want to share, like, and subscribe. And what else do we have here? So we could, so you see, yesterday we had 120 nearly. I'm not testing like all of them. I don't even want to close. So I will only do like a very quick, by the way, did WebKit GTK build? I'm not really entirely sure. So I don't even have GCJ around anymore. Yeah, Jar. No patches fail. It's it may or may not work, whatever. I'm not into this Java stuff. It's quite significant update though, but it's probably fine if you're in this Java. If not, then you have the metadata, and if you have stuff too. Should we? What is this URL grabber? Oh, this is Python. Let's just clear my build tree. I think, you know what, we could already, yeah, Python stuff, thank you much. What does it do? Somehow this does not build the most. What's going on here? There's a make file though. Target, change out, raise clean test. Python step. Yeah, who knows? I'm not no module. Ah, wait, it 1.6. Yeah, okay, fine, whatever. Install some module, maybe it works on your grabber. I'm not much into this Python thing either. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Patch is welcome. What was libmaa? What happened with crossbody compiling that? Missing. Ah, right, this was this crazy stuff. I saw this last night when I went through this stuff. What's going on there? Is that even a freaking makefile for D and tests? And for? What the heck? Makefile common core? Wait, don't tell me make core, don't. Ah, that's VI. Library inference from basic data structures, algorithms, based something stuff, software, University of. And how to freaking build it? Somehow, I don't know. 4 and 4. Never seen that before. FreeBSD? Programming a makefile at BSD? Multivariable for all of GNU-Mac? Like BMake? Does it need BMake? Oh, come on. Fuck off with your freaking April Fool's shit. Do we have BMake? Can't make this stuff up. Did it build before? You know what? Not my department. Lib, my record, lib. What? What even? That is not even having, where's the makefile in? So they indeed completely changed this stuff. Does it have a, where's it? Oh, yeah, it has a freaking configure. Welcome everyone, libmaa, what was it, 140 or something? 143 even. Maybe they hide that somewhere off. Oh, that's also maybe I shouldn't revert it that. Let's see if they are hiding a makefile somewhere in subdirectory. cortex man. And maybe there, do they have... Or does BSD people... do BSD people want what? Does indeed not look GNU friendly anymore. Can't make this stuff. Oh, wait a second, what is this? Or is this just makefile stuff? Looks like they really want this. This is hilarious. Okay, not my department. Not interested. Very theoretically, I mean, we could put it on the to-do, not really. It's like, yeah. Another 5 minutes of my life gone for bullshit. So, Ace. I slightly wonder if it can cross-compile. Let's see, what else do we have there? Question. This dependency change these days. How did it build before? What? There is an MK configure. Did I overlook that? You know what? I think it's probably fine. What did you say, MK configure? You were saying it has an MK configure. I mean, the zlib stuff doesn't have crazy dependencies. So this question, ask myself, with all those dependencies change these days, how did it build before? I mean, zlib doesn't have much of a dependency. But I agree that with this GNOME and KDE stuff, it has way too many dependencies. It's crazy dependency galore there. You're saying it has MK configure? No, I don't find configure. What else do we have here? Vice, I think it's probably fine. I think it had some dependencies that I don't have. Oops. So what else? bglibs, not sure. What have I done with this bglibs? So bglibs. Was it just... I think... okay, this is just minor cleanups. And I think I should test this. Here's some strange doc here. I'm not sure if this was created by... risk 5, 46, jump 2, bglib. Let's see what happens. I think though it didn't completely build perfectly. Okay, it did at least build. Okay, we don't have doc there. Let's maybe double check that. Risk 5. That would be bglibs. Doc dear. So yeah, I'm not... It looks correct though, so I guess it had a slash missing. Maybe it somehow accidentally worked, but the fact is yesterday I got a strange directory there, so it's maybe... it's whatever, something. Pigeon OTR. Thing is, I don't really want to build all this stuff. on my system. That is the issue. I must be doing this service to the community. Okay, it wants other, what was it, asterisk? Stuff, maybe, can't install server file PR. So this SED is not there anymore. Maybe it doesn't need the whole config then. Further install, okay, maybe the whole stuff is not something. What is in there? It has installed Perl. Install server files. It has installed PL. May or may not work. Something of. It probably does not work, but better than nothing. If you use it, if that's something missing. Probably there's something missing. Scan log D, it's going on there, 226. Yeah, again, I don't really, what is it doing? Prefix, build dir, scan log D version. But I mean, this is probably packaged by people who might not have the most. I mean, why would you add this to the makefile? I wonder. I don't really quite get that. It looks to me that this should be supplyable on the make command line. I certainly didn't package that way. But that is stuff as a maintainer of something you would, what I did decades ago, tell people like, I better do it that way, better do it that way. I wonder if, what does it even do with this stuff? Check if you port scanned. Scan log D. You are saying version 147. Okay, what's going on here? Succeeded something. Creating run make. Apparently doesn't. Scan log D. What's going on here? No targets. Okay. Apparently does not build scan log D. Probably something. Probably some manual patching required. Please send it to me. So you're saying lib MAA 147. Oh wait, you're saying there's 147. Why did we not? We get 143 there though. Why do we not get 147? Because it's some makefile stuff. Something good. Okay, fine. We probably want to add cross again, I think. Let's see if they added that there. Source lib MIA. What's this? It needs mk configure. Build system change from auto shit to mk configure. Are you freaking kidding me? Guarantee lib2. Okay, but yeah, they change from some stuff to from shit stuff that at least I'm not a fan, but it freaking at least mostly worked, to something. To something that doesn't work for me. Library version 3.4 can guarantee that lib2 build same way, just edit for This is so... yeah, but MK configure nice and stuff, but it doesn't freaking does something if it needs bmake. Helps me a little. Yeah, thanks for that, but it doesn't help me much. And also, yeah, changing from auto shit to some stuff that doesn't build on by default by Linux distributions. Right? Which you're saying? Let's wait a second. You're saying this was a minor release? No, did they not change it from 1.4? No, they changed this from 1.32 to 1.41. So not really a minor release, I think. But yeah, so they changed from auto shit that at least worked. I mean, it's not amazing, but at least it worked to something like, yeah, even I can't build because, yeah, you had me at bmake. Amazing development. Probably a nice silver lining to this video. The last two things maybe are PE sign. What was with that? I think, did I not PE sign? I think I cross build tested this and I think it mostly worked. Yeah, skipping 1.4. I mean, that I can't understand because who is counting from 0, right? I mean, obviously .1 is the first release, right? I as a Lua, as a part-time Lua programmer, I can get some understanding of that if he was. So let's see if he was cross builds. We tested it's maybe apparently not default part of the default because this still doesn't build. For whatever reason, maybe it needs some doesn't even build natively for me, or does it? Yeah, but again and again, right? Recurring theme stuff does not just build. Ifisec is not even here. Oh, wait a second. Was it another? Maybe there was Ifisec? No. Where is this stuff coming from? It's not here though. I think I committed like that. It probably could cross build, and who knows where this file is coming from. So if someone uses it the next time, maybe some small fix up might be required. There's only so much time I can spend. If you wanted, I spend even freaking more time, right? YouTube membership, GitHub sponsorship, Patreon, and whatever or OnlyFans if you prefer that. Pigeon OTR, also this package names, right? Probably let's see what happens with Pigeon OTR. Of course, it needs a cross tag. See what happens. Probably need some UI libraries that I don't have in a default cross build. That one's zlib OTR though. Let's try to cross build that too. No update there. Where is it coming from? 411, maybe pigeon OTR42, lib OTR security update. What? The last version is from freaking 2000, 411. I guess whatever. I guess then it's not really. And that is the thing, right? How long should we keep drag stuff with this? Also, what is the last release of listen implicit, bind, listen? It's probably GCC stuff. I think it would cross build. It looks like it should cross build if it's not doing anything fancy. It's just latest glibc and stuff. Maybe with an older glibc it builds. Do they have? Oh, wait a second. This is. I wanted pigeon. Is that even? But this is also. Wait a second. Look, where's even the freaking latest version of? 03, what was it? Pigeon OTR402. Here 03, what is it even? Here 2000. Here did I for? Oh, wait a second. What did we update this to 4.2? Okay, but this is super. Yeah, so I guess that is also up and done there then. If something is not updated in 5 years, right? And that is the thing. How long should we drag the stuff around? Maybe with drivers and other frameworks, but with this, I don't know. That doesn't feel the most useful. Anyway, that's it for this video. Some random stuff. This PE sign. Who did package it, by the way? Or maybe Dash? Yeah, Dash edited it recently. Yeah, might need some further tweaking for whatever we could. Where was that even this PE sign? Maybe it's the last, probably 1 hour. Oh yeah, 1 hour 10, of course. What was it? efisec.h or what was it? efisec.h. Where is it freaking efiros? So is it coming from efiros? It's yeah, Google in 2022. Does it? Why does it not have? Does it need to be this? Does it need some security library? Or a new version? At least maybe trying a little bit win-win of updating this stuff. AFE. Cool. Banddoc not found. Maybe that explains why. Not sure where that's coming from. But it is certainly the last straw in this haystack of crazy dependencies, even for this stuff. maybe we, what do they have? Docs, maybe. Is this in docs? Maybe. No, was it mdoc or m? What was it even? These dependencies are simply out of another world. Mdoc, that is mendoc. Mendoc. So fix relative fix no mendoc. Let's see what happens. I even made a poll who is even reading this stuff. Right. Ah, there it is. Ifisec. That is apparently new there. We could test build that for either. Should we? Yeah, thank you very much. No, it doesn't cross build anymore. Yeah, also not my department. Who cares about Ifisec? Still doesn't build. Mendoc. Oh man, you can't mix this stuff up. Yeah, 2022, you need really each freaking... Because each package needs each exotic stuff, you really need to have all exotic freaking stuff installed. This is so hilarious. Somehow, where is the freaking mendoc thing here? We could comment it out. Did I use fix? No, I did. I also wonder, I made a poll some time ago. I wonder even how much is it worth. I mean, using each exotic tool for each freaking documentation, man page, and so on, totally not worth it, and crazy maintenance burden and stuff. And I made a poll some year ago, is it even worth to ship man pages? Because granted, this also no, it doesn't have man pages stuff. Oh, come on. Who is reading freaking man page? Who's reading the freaking manual nowadays? Right, everyone. I mean, be the first to throw the first stone, or raise your hand if you've always or often used man pages and info pages, not simply throw it into your preferred internet search engine. Here's main one targets. Oops. So there was some RPM nonsense that we don't have. Yeah, what did we build? PA. Let's see if that builds now. It's crazy. still doesn't notice it now. Copy something. So I sort, apparently not all of it. Which directory install, something, copying. It's hard to see now which freaking rules didn't work here. Missing, what is it? PM 644? What? After copying though. Is this again a case where is this, to be honest, who needs that even? Maybe some strange install compatibility. We had this recently. Whatever, to be honest. I spent enough time on this shit today. So yeah, crazy stuff going on in the open source world. I mean, truth be told is also that this architecture is really, what was it? Was it XKCB or something of yeah. I mean, we're not the only one who all modern digital infrastructure, right? A project, some random person is Nebraska been thanklessly maintaining since 2003. It's sort of like the stuff here as well, I would say. Sign. What was it? Mendoc? What was the name of this stuff? I think Mendoc, wasn't it? Can't make this stuff up, it's hilarious. Anyway, I think this brings my random updates down here to next to... Oh, wait a second, why did we not... Efiva, this was another update. We also want to update that. And I wonder, where was this Efi boot manager? Was this an Efi or... Oh no, this is a dedicated Efi boot manager package. Because the thing is, we probably can build this for RISC-V too. Let's see. Also, is there an update? Efi boot manager. Thank you very much for that amazing version numbers. Efi boot manager, GitHub of all. Oh no, 17 is the latest version still. Efi boot manager, because you obviously want to run this Efi complex Efi stuff on your RISC-V board stuff, right? And then we call it a day. Maybe it builds, maybe it doesn't. Hey, it builds! Yay! I think for the other stuff, you know what? which you know, let's just commit it like that. Did I had a fever of? Yeah, I commented that out there. What was the other fever? PE sign. Okay, this didn't even had that already. And yeah, I mean, maybe we leave it here as a comment, and I mean, theoretic. Yeah, I mean, the question is, does it enable then for Spark 64? And do we build it for Spark 64? Do I have a rule? That might be the only thing, right? I mean, does it? I mean, it certainly doesn't make sense to ship this stuff for Spark. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, so maybe this was a little bit premature. Okay, then let's keep that, and that probably should be all the major architectures. Oops. Because otherwise that would be the, I mean, it doesn't even build for probably whatever bare metal or who knows, PE executable linking reasons. That also means we probably want that here for, darn. But this also means we probably want, what else do we have? Z here, oops. Yeah, we want that for RISC-V then. And if a boot manager and if Lars. What do we have here now? P sign. If vars and what do we have? Say x86 ARM. Something of that sort. I yesterday commented it out for the other one, but we obviously still need it if it doesn't build for Spark also. Otherwise we get a random build, or not random, but certainly pointless build error for. Yeah, so we are down to 0 freaking updates. Only took, yeah, despite all the automation of data, today 1 hour, yesterday 1 hour, and at the end of the week you spend again way too much time for open source stuff. So yeah, I guess we can finally release soon. So the only thing is now we have April, right? So that probably means we will release this as 4 because time is running. But that is for this video. I hope you learned something, especially that make files and configure scripts and lots of other stuff a little bit questionable. State of software architecture 2022. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon for even more fun stuff to come.